Hey, great evening. So, I am LaShawn Carter, your owner of the Be About You Biz podcast, and we are coming on a Wednesday to bring you Miss Tamika. So, she just joined the screen. Let me pull down my banner for you in the background. Look at there. Hey, Miss Tamika.
Hey,
Let me move my banner right quick so that way they can see us. There we go. All right. So y'all know I've been playing around with this StreamYard. We will be on YouTube. This will be she'll be able to use this and put it on her contact as well. So this is our December the 1st podcast for 2021 December the 1st, and we're talking about visions, how we're going to finish strong for the remaining of this year, and some things that you are working on and you want some support from other business owners like yourself to basically come on in. So real quick, if you would like to join the podcast for this month and you are a successful business, now even if you just started being a business owner, you all are successful and you would like to join this podcast, please message me on the Be About Your Business page or email me at beaboutyourbusiness1 at gmail.com. All right, we have Miss Tamika here. She is also a fabulous daycare owner. She does arts and crafts. She does it all, you guys. She does it all. She create lesson plans. She create lesson boards for toddlers all the way up to, I think it goes to what, to pre-K.
mm-hmm.
She's also working on some fabulous fitness ideas, health ideas. Hopefully, she'll be able to share with us as
Yeah.
well. So if you're looking at nice things for 2022 to get your life back in a good, healthy style, we're gonna talk a little bit about it. So I'm gonna let Miss Tamika take over, and here you go. You got the flow.
Well, first, let me introduce myself. I am a family home daycare provider of 15 years in Georgia. I'm actually located in Ellenwood, Georgia. I've been in the childcare industry a little bit over about 26 years. Um, I'm not, I'm 45. So I started when my son was actually 1 years old. I have a 27-year-old. So I've been in and out of doing different things in childcare since he was one.
Mm.
So I've taught in various daycare centers. I've ran an after school program as a site manager, uh, a variety of things. In the childcare realm. I actually worked in Georgia Pre-K here in Georgia. I did 1 year of Georgia Pre-K. So childcare, I really enjoy doing it. I really enjoy having my own family home daycare. I also have 6 children of my own, 4 boys, 2 girls, range from ages 15 to 27. And I have a grandbaby that's 1 years old. So yes, I
Ooh,
have.
you done accomplished a lot for 45. I wouldn't even know that you was 45 years old. I'm thinking you probably in your 30s.
Well, thank you. But no, I'm
Yeah.
45, knocking on 46 in April. And
Oh, knock
yeah,
on these doors.
knocking on 46. But I really enjoy childcare and all aspects of it. Actually from the day that I started family home daycare, I've been full from the day I started when I was teaching in a daycare center. Um, Not knowing that the daycare I was working for was actually going to be closing down. So my parents was like, "Okay, what are you about to do?" And I was like, "I'm in the process of opening a home daycare." So a good bit of the kids that was actually in my classroom actually started with me in my home daycare, and they stayed with me until they actually left to go to kindergarten. And from that point on, every year I've been full. Um, to capacity in my home daycare. So I guess with saying that, it's about time for me. One of my goals for 2022 is to expand. Um, I think after 15 years, I finally talked myself into looking at bigger options and not limiting myself, which I have been doing for the past 15 years, like being content in my little space, saying, okay, I'm just content with my home daycare. Um, I don't want to expand, and God is telling me otherwise. So I need to be obedient and listen to what He's telling me to do. So I'm going to be working on that in 2022 to expand to my first daycare center.
That's awesome. I'm here to support you all along the way. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for the grand opening. As long as
I'm
you
nervous now. That I'm nervous about it, but
don't be no nervous. We've been reading. If you follow us on the Be About You business page, we've been reading about knowing your potential and setting, like, taking the cap off, like not staying in that comfortable zone so much. Like, if you deserve more and you want more, it's time to go for what you want. It's time to stop living in that same old circle, and you're not getting anywhere, and you feeling like you're not being stretched enough.
Right.
It's just like working a 9-to-5 job, and you love it because it's a full paycheck every single day. You already know, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm getting off. Your schedule, whatever. But when you come into this entrepreneur world, it's like, okay, I got to set goals. I got to set this and I got to set that. And once you reach them goals, it's like, what's next?
Right.
What's next for me? And so for you to even know, hey, I know my next thing to do is go out and open up this center, because I have a lot of clientele that's coming to me and saying, hey, we love how you in a home daycare, but we would love to stretch you and have you to where you can take care of our kids all the way up to elementary school.
Exactly. And that's my goal.
After school program, where they like, hey, we always see Miss Tamika all day long. I can say with my home daycare, the most thing I did enjoy about it is it was in my house, and I was at home all the time. And I was able to fold clothes, cook,
right,
and take care of the loved ones. And once the kids went home, whenever they went home, because it felt like they never went home.
Right.
But once they went home, it was like, okay, I can go to bed. But it wasn't stretching me enough. It was like I was losing my potential. Like it was like I needed more.
Right.
I was trying to create a job within a job. I was creating other little small jobs for myself. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I need more funds. I needed this. So even with you creating the center, let's go into, I'm going to talk about this PASS method. You already know I'm going to ask you, how are you planning this out? Like, have you started planning the center phase out yet?
Actually, I just been brainstorming, like writing down ideas as far as what I want as far as in a center. Like, I do want to cater to a part of it to single parents, because I have a lot of single parents I get phone calls from that, they were showing interest in my daycare, my home daycare, from an aspect because they can't really find childcare on the weekends. They can't find childcare to accommodate their schedules. So I will be having a 24-hour situation, because in this area in Ellenwood, in this part of Georgia where I'm at, we only have one 24-hour daycare. And they're actually moving because they're expanding the roads. So they're moving further up to another part of Georgia. So that leaves none in this area. So I think it's a perfect time for me to expand. And I'm not really concerned about the clientele, because I know it will come. Word of mouth has been my biggest thing with the clientele I have now. I'm really known in Ellenwood. I actually just won the Best of Georgia.
I seen that. I was going to talk about it. I just wrote it down. I said, I'm going to talk about that. Look there.
So, yeah, I'm excited about expanding. Now, at first, I was just like, every time the word expansion came up, I was just like, my heart started beating fast. I was like, oh God.
You start getting the butterflies.
Like, yes. Like, and I was like, God, really why did this word keep coming up? Expansion. And people are just confirming it in my life. Like, you need to expand. And then I'm getting phone calls every day about daycare. Yesterday, I think I got like 10 phone calls. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take heed to what God is saying. And I'm going to start planning this process out. Like I said, I want to have, I Also, I want to incorporate special need kids. I've got phone calls in regards to parents that have special need children, and a lot of the daycare centers that's actually in my area, they don't include special needs. They don't have an inclusion teacher to do special needs. So I want to have a teacher, specifically a classroom just for special need children, so they can be able to be included in the environment, not just in the school environment, but also in the daycare environment. So that's what I'm working on.
It seems like you done got it all down packing. You already know, hey, this is what I got going on. I'm done with the planning phase. Then you got your financial phase. That's what we just wrapped up in. Our last mastermind, we were talking about the financial piece of creating the finances, how we're
Mhm.
going to get to the money. And then once we do get the money, if we just decide to secure a loan or get a government grant or
Mhm.
whatever, how are we going to disperse that money? Where is it going to? How is it
Right.
going to work? So our next mastermind class, we're talking about systems. And so you just said some of the things like social media systems and everything else that you're going to be doing. You see the special needs. You found your target audience. You figured out who's the audience that I'm gonna be serving in this whole center phase. And sometimes, because I lost the way when I got into my center. I just got excited. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh my God, this is me! You really did this for me! Like, oh me!" I was so excited, and I lost focus
Mhm.
of what I was really supposed to be accomplished. I lost focus of what I was going to be doing in this community, the community that I serve now. And it's easy because
Is it easy to do?
yeah,
Mhm.
you
It's
got your
very
staff
easy.
you got to worry about. And my thank God for my husband. He reminded me this morning because I had a whole panic and meltdown. I was like, oh my God, I just did it. Every day in my head, I was quitting. Every day. I quit it every day. And they were like, you quit your own business? I'm like, I quit every day. Every day I was quitting. And it was only because I wasn't, if it was it was a chain missing in my systems. Not everything that you develop right now, you can plan everything out right now. And it sounds so good. And then you
Mhm.
get in there and you like, what the heck? And
Exactly.
you take CPR, somebody end up choking, and all your CPR training just go out the window.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell? How? Yeah, somebody help him, but you CPR certified. And,
Exactly.
and you get
Mhm.
overwhelmed and you get excited. So when I talk to a lot of my clients and I help a lot of people, I try to let you get that excitement, get all that out of you. Because when it's time to roll up your sleeves and actually get the digging in there, you're gonna be like, why did I sign up for this?
Right. And that's been my biggest fear. Like, okay, once it's time, once the patty cake section is over, like, okay, then I gotta go in there and actually do the work. That's when the work starts, and I'm like, okay, am I really ready for this? Like, am I ready to take this challenge on? And that's what I've been fighting all these years. Like, okay, I'm just content. Like, I don't need no center. I'm good. I'm maxed out with my kids, and I'm just like, okay, well, God is saying that's your thoughts. You maxed out with your kids, but that's not what I have for you. I have bigger things for you.
Bigger
And
plan.
I had to actually come to grips with that and say, okay, I'm limiting myself. And if I continue to limit myself, I'm going to continue to be a home daycare provider. I've been exceeded this stage. I mean, I should have been had a center a long time ago. I had an opportunity to have a center about
Mm.
4 or 5 years ago. And I just was like, nah, no, I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to go
didn't feel
through
like
all
it was
this.
your time.
I was like, I
I
don't think it's
said
my
that.
time.
I said that
And
too when I was in my home, and I was always around other center owners, and I was like, why am I always? I'm never around home daycare providers. For some reason,
mhm,
home daycare providers never find me. I was
right.
always around centers and people that had larger capacity centers and this and that, and I always fascinated by it. You know what I'm saying? And then I started working with a child care coach, and she was like, "You never thought about doing a center?" I was like, "Girl, that's scary. Nah, why I gotta do all that? Why do I need the headache to do all that? I'm good over here. I'm folding clothes. I'm playing Mighty the Maid at some point. I'm cooking dinner, you know." And then it got to the point like how you in this this season of, it's like you start seeing the growth, you start seeing how your building is going to be, how the colors on the wall, how you're going to have things hung up, and then you see, you start the vision start coming a little clearer, and you like, okay, Lord, but I'm not really ready. And he's like, I'm giving you these visions for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's time to put it in full gear. So your 2021, you're looking at, okay, should I go ahead and start visualizing my 2022 now? Yes. Mm-hmm. I've been pushing and promoting vision board parties so hard, and I've been doing vision board parties for years. My sister, my best friend, I'm gonna tell you, I always have done a vision board party. I always got magazines. I do it with my kids sometimes. My own daycare kids, they didn't know what it was. They just thinking they cutting out pictures and throwing the toys on a poster. But what they really didn't understand was, it was helping me understand how many toys I wanted in my infant room, how many rooms I wanted. Like, this is the time that you sit back and plan how many staff members I want. How do I want my staff members? How do I, how am I going to be hiring them? Am I going to go to Job Indeed? Am I going to go to Snag a Job? How am I going to have this system in place? Me and Tamika, we was in Vegas, and I noticed her eyes on different things that she was literally wanting to invest in. And she's like, nope, that's not the investment. Nope, that's not the investment. And most things that she was looking at was a bigger item. And that was your key point right there when you was in Vegas. You was around others that had sinners.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you network, that's why I stress, when you go to events, go with a clear mind of saying, you know what, I'm going because I got a bigger vision in mind. I want to network with different women and understand what they facing at their center, so that way I know what not to do. What not to do. You be like, hey, LaShawn, what's going on at your center? Girl, let me tell you about these parents. Okay, so I need to write this down. So she have parent with communication with her parents. She have this and that. What system can I put in place to help with communication with my parents? How can I do with parent engagement? You just like me. We both write lesson plans.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the lesson plans. We got the curriculum down pat. Now it's how I'm gonna teach us how to do my lesson plan.
And also teaching the staff how to do it, the lesson plans as well. Because everybody, even though, I know how to write them, I know how to implement them, but at the same time, everybody, and then I went to school, I got an associate and a bachelor's in early childhood. So I kind of got a little bit of experience. So with going ahead and teaching, the staff how to implement them, that's important as well, because I don't want to just have a lesson plan just to say I got one posted on the wall when the staff don't even know how to use them. They don't even know what circle time is, or creating arts and crafts. They don't even know where to begin. Like, I just give them crayons every day and let them color, so
they got some construction paper. They all right.
Exactly. So just writing a lesson plan, that's not good enough for me. I want to be able to implement it, and allow my staff to be able to use it correctly. So, yeah.
And so while we on that part of, because this is what this segment, these next people, everybody that's coming on as being a speaker, we're talking about the vision, some of the things that you notice have changed from January. Hey, Miss Kathy, from January of this year to now. What is some of the things you done notice about your growth? Your besides, honey, you look fabulous. What business wise and just personal wise, what's the growth been like for you this year?
So just to share a little bit part of my story, last year, back in last December, I had been in a very long relationship, toxic relationship, for about almost 10 years. And it was draining the life out of me. And I had made up my mind and said, God, if you allow me to get out of this relationship, I promise you that I will not serve. I would serve you wholeheartedly. And then on top of that, I will focus on the things that you have for me and not focus on the things that I have for me, or the things I want or I desire. I'm going to focus on the things that you have for me. So I had to change my mindset. And when I changed my mindset, everything that he had for me started to just come. It came clear to me. So I had to make a lot of changes within my daycare situation. I had to make changes in my own personal life situation. So it definitely was a process. I started doing little by little, setting small goals that I wanted for myself, where it was just like, okay, well, I want to eat healthier. I started actually keto. I started keto back in October 5th of last year. I started in a group because I feel like doing it on your own is kind of harder than having support. So I need support. I need a support group. I need somebody that's going to help me along the way. And when I get off track, that's going to put me back on track. And I could be that same support to somebody else. So when I started with another daycare provider that actually was doing keto, Latasha Page. I started with her. I joined her keto group, and as I started doing keto with her, I started actually seeing progression. 2 pounds, 3 pounds, inches, and I was like, okay, I can do this because I still can eat most of the stuff that I've been eating, and I just have to do it in moderation. Okay, so keto was going well for me. I just kept it up, kept doing it for about 6 months, and I kept seeing results, and then I start focusing after 6 months. I was like, I can get my weight under control as far as me losing weight. This is a little bit easier for me now. I got the support. So now it's time for me to do things differently in my daycare. So I said, I need to connect and network with people that has things in common with me, and also people that's bigger than me that can show me what I need to do and what I need to do and do it the right way versus just going out there on a whim and be like, okay, I got this. I got all the knowledge I need. I could just go out here and start a daycare center and I don't need no help. I don't need nobody. So I like you said, I went to Vegas and I started networking with different providers. And then, of course, LaShawn became my coach. And then I just started going under her through coaching. And it has been a great experience. I've learned so much from you, and I thank you, for everything that I've learned. And I thank you because you take out the time, not just for, you might say our sessions is 45 minutes or whatever the case may be. And we end up being 2-3 hours in class or whatever, because you take the time out, you're really excited and you want the best for us. So you take the extra time to make sure that we're on track, and you check up on us. And I appreciate that because I mean, when you in family daycare and you're having to do it all by yourself, that's the hard part. When you're having to do everything alone, and when you need that support, okay, so what happens when this happened? Because you've been through it, so you're able to understand it and tell me, okay, well, when a child do this or when a parent do this, then you can do it from both rings because you have had a family daycare and also you have a center, so you're able to give me more of an input because you know from both experiences. So that's why I chose you as a coach, because you're able to equip me what I need to be equipped for to move past what I need to do and move to the next level. So you're all about taking a person to the next level and not holding back knowledge. And I appreciate that about you.
Oh, well, thank you. Don't make me cry on here. Look.
So yeah, I'm very excited.
Miss Kathy talking about some. Yes, she does. Miss Kathy is like literally.
Yeah, especially you too, Miss Kathy. Because I've seen a change in you too, in your growth. Yes. You coming out your shell as well. For somebody that don't want to be on camera, but Yeah, she gonna get you there. LaShawn gonna get you there.
Miss Kathy has literally people don't know Miss Kathy she really inspired me like in so many ways of how she has changed like I remember just being in so many groups with Miss Kathy and she'll never say anything. I'm like, who is Miss Kathy? Who is this? Then I started the business success group. That was my
Mhm.
first business group that I ever created. And I only had like 14 people. Guess who joined though?
Miss
Miss
Kathy.
Kathy. Miss Kathy was over there in that group, and then Miss Lakeisha came along, and then I just end up doing the Be About You business group. But I wanted to, I end up grabbing the. I know you got your book,
Hmm.
and I wanted to. You had said something about the mindset, and I remember I've been reading and highlighting because I told them we're gonna be talking about this book as well. One of the things about the mindset, it said expand your gratitude, and that's all I heard out of all you what you was just talking about. You expanded your gratitude. You expanded like, hey, I gotta be excited about life. I gotta leave that garbage that I had over here to the side. I can't drag it with me throughout my whole life, or I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna be in that same segment. It's like I tell people, if you know the relationship wasn't good from when point A to point B, why are we still moving along? If it's dead, you know a dead tree when it's dead.
Hmm.
Unroot that tree and go on by its business. Do you hear me? Don't keep moving along. So you understood the gratitude. You said the grateful people practice proactive gratitude. You said I got to get myself in shape. If I'm going to take this keto diet serious, I got to be around others that's doing this because I know I can't do this by myself. I need a coach in it, and I tell anybody that's following me, they know I have coaches in different parts of my life, in different part fitness and everything. And the reason why is because I know I can't do everything by myself. Now I'm looking for another fitness coach because I don't took to the point to where I think I can do it by myself. Nah, girl, I need me some help. But but I like the simple fact that you took the gratitude and you changed your whole mindset to where I want more and I deserve more. I deserve to be in the room with the same people, even though I might not have the same income, but I deserve to be in that room. I'm knocking down doors for 2022. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till you see Miss Tamika with this center and some of the people that said, because see, I had to tell a friend of mine, I said, you got to be careful what you post on Facebook and what you say about yourself in the mirror too. I said, because some people is praying for your downfall.
Yes.
You post on Facebook, girl, I'm feeling sick, I'm tired. They like, oh yeah, she tired. That means she ain't gonna do nothing else. Then
Hmm.
boom, they thinking I'm asleep, but baby, I'm up creating. I'm always up doing something. My husband say, go to bed. I'm like, no, I got stuff I gotta do. I'm on a mission.
Hmm.
God got us on this mission right now to understand the assignment. To understand that a lot of times we're not grateful. And I've been reading in First King a lot, y'all. So y'all gonna be hearing me talk about First King, and a lot about Esau and Elijah, all of them. You're gonna hear me talking about them because now I understand. I had to get the Bible interpreted to me in a different way to where it helps my business and my life. And now I understand what God was telling to me to where I had to disconnect from a lot of people
Yes.
because my mind was shifted on trying to be with them all the time, trying to keep up what they say, keep up with the Joneses.
Hmm.
But my mindset wasn't set on the right thing. I was worried about the garbage. I was tracking along that garbage, and what do garbage attract? Flies. So flies to me in God's term it was gossip. Because oh girl, you see what Tamika doing on Facebook? Girl, you see what so and so doing on that? And I wasn't understanding my clear vision. So then when I had aligned myself with the right people and started back trusting in God and understanding, okay, Sean, you got your own mind. You have to do this for yourself. If you ain't gonna do it for nobody else, you gotta trust the process that God got you going through. See, people like when you down. People like when you depressed. People like
Hmm.
when you ain't feeling your best. But as soon as you come out the closet, because I'm pretty sure as soon as you showed that picture of yourself looking good, feeling good, like girl, I can get back in that prom dress I wore in high school. Good. They like, what she been doing? What Tamika been at? What she hiding at? Nah, it's because I decided, I declared that day that it's about me, because the vision that a guy was showing me as I was going through this diet, as I was getting my mind trained. See, people don't understand what keto is. Keto is when you are clearing out your whole system. And that system means your brain as well. Because we attract a lot of garbage up here.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it's clouded up here, God can't show you the vision. He can't show you that playground that he wants you to see. He wants you to see the playground. He wants you to see the kids playing on the playground. I was talking to Miss Lakeisha when she was talking about going to get a center. She's a home daycare provider too. And she kept on saying, nah, Miss, I ain't gonna be able to do it, Sean. Nah, I ain't gonna worry about it. I was like, nah, go look at the building. You know, when you start getting me upset, I'm like, go look at the building. Go look at the building. Just drive by. Just take that van and drive by. She drove by a building. She called me. She said, I think this is the one. I said, now we ain't thinking. Go ask them to let you in the building. She was like, no, they're not going to. I don't know if they're going to let me in the building. Go ask them to let you in the building. She said, I'm in the building. Okay, turn your camera on. We walking around and I'm telling her to look at the floors, look at the bathrooms, look at the walls, touch the walls, visualize yourself actually inside that place, and you're teaching the kids. You see your staff. Now, I just took you on a whole journey to where you can visualize Lakeisha's building. You can see the green and the white, the red, the blue, whatever her colors is. You're visualizing now. You're excited. You like, oh my God, she got a bus? What her playground look like? What her bathrooms look like? I told Lakeisha, I said, you can do it. She called me back. She said, I'm having a grand open. I think I was going out of town that week. I wasn't gonna make it that week. I said, well, let me see the layout of the building. She was like, I don't think it's ready. Let me see the layout of the building. So we gotta overcome that small mind cap. I'm telling you this to me because it's gonna be some people that's gonna say, you're not ready. All because you got a waiting list. All because you got some parents that like you right now, they don't mean everybody gonna like you. Okay, damn. Right.
Mm-hmm.
God's gonna send me the people that's for me. That's for me. I had 32 families in my home daycare. Only 7 came. 32. I was running them like hotcakes. Bloom, bloom, bloom. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. Literally. So I knew my potential, but I had let a lot of people talk me down. I had a lot of parents talk me down. Now, you sure you want to do that? I'm not gonna go with you if you do that. And some of them were good, dedicated parents. Baby, pay me a month in advance. Do you hear me? And I was like, oh, they're not gonna go with me. God said move. I don't know, and I used to, jokes aside, when my grandmama, God rest her soul, she gone, when she used to be like, when God, you'll hear that man tell you move.
Mm-hmm.
And when he talked to you, and I'm like, I don't never hear God's voice. You always talking about God told you to do something. I ain't never heard God's voice. How come you get to him, but I don't never get to him? I'm praying to him just like you praying to him. See, it's a different type of prayer. Mm-hmm. It's a different type of hearing. And so when I took my feelings out of it and he started showing me the vision, the same vision you seeing right now, you like, man, I'm so excited. Oh my God. Oh, now every building gonna look good. You drive by, oh, that building looks so good. I can turn it into a daycare. I was talking to another client that's here in Chattanooga, and she like, man, now that I'm in this center, now I feel like I could go to another one flipping. I said, slow down, girl. I said, be grateful and humble for that one. Let God continue to work in you in that one. I said, and then it will be plenty more. Trust the process. I said, it's going to be an ugly process. And I kept telling her this. It's an ugly process. It's an ugly process. And I was in that home daycare crying. No one seen them tears.
Yes.
No one seen them tears while I'm sitting there like, man, Lord, I don't know if I'm ready to do this. These parents talking about they ain't going to go with me. They like my home daycare better, but they tearing up my floors. They tearing up my bathroom. They ain't there when I'm having to explain to my husband, hey, that kid stuck another toy down the toilet. Don't use that bathroom. or the sink clogged up.
Going through that right now.
You know what I'm saying? They not there for that. I'm up here crying, you know, because people, and this is me being real. Y'all know I'm real transparent. People don't understand how it tolls a relationship with your kids.
Yes.
Because you a mom to 7 other people's kids, and then you got to be a mom to your own kids. That wears a total, like I'm wearing many hats. And people don't understand it. So I was like, God, you gotta really show me here. I don't know. Granny said, if I hear your voice. That's all I kept saying. Granny said, I'm gonna hear your voice. One day I'm gonna hear it. And he woke me up 3:00 in the morning. You know how you normally get up, you be tired. Like, why am I wasn't tired. He got me up and I joined the prayer line. I was waiting to get on this prayer line for the longest. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. While I was waiting, guys said, go. I went downstairs to start folding clothes. Like, cause I was always folding clothes. I was like, for some reason, we always had laundry. Hey, anybody else been a home daycare or a home business? You figure out, why do I have so much laundry?
Girl, that's the story of my life.
But so I went into that basement and I was bent over to pick up something and I fell. He brought me to my knees. He said, see, the reason why you don't hear me, because see, you always begging me for something. Be grateful for what you got upstairs. I'm helping somebody right now. Be grateful for them few kids I'm letting you walk in here and the state ain't ran into your business yet. Be grateful that you on a food program and you getting $750 because some people weren't getting that amount of money. Be grateful that you got parents that are willing to pay you out of pocket the amount you charge. That's and right. I'm sitting on the floor and I'm crying. It done came 5:30. Prayer line time. I ain't never been on this prayer line. Got on the prayer line. I'm crying and emotional. I didn't know what to do with myself. I got a knock at the door and a lady from the SBA committee called me and said, hey, we got a grant. We got a loan for you. And we want to make sure a small business loan for women.
Wow.
I went to a class two weeks ago prior from this. See, when we get out of our own way and do what Miss Tamika do and clear our mindset, and we understand, because everybody in this understanding their assignment. So you got to really understand the assignment that God has on your life. See, we've been hanging around friends that God been trying to tell us for many years, hey, that friendship is dead.
Yes.
It's like dead ends to her. It's time to clip them. It's time to clip them old friends. It's okay to socialize with them every now and then, but when it comes to business, you got to be ready for them doors to open. You got to be ready to play big. I was telling them in the mastermind class that it's time to stop playing so small about our businesses. Gas prices don't went up. Hotel prices don't went up. Everything in America don't went up. It is time for you to go up on your rates. It is time for you to start paying yourself as a business owner. And stop sitting to the sideline like, oh, well, she can't afford this. I don't care what she can't afford. She knew when she walked in here how much these prices was.
Exactly.
And if she didn't know, this is how I'm going to let her know. Hey, how you doing? You doing all right today? Well, great. We got this item right here on sale today. This is $7.99. And with a coupon, we do have some discounts and coupons for you, but you got to sign up. I'm selling you every time. It's time. It's to the point to where I was telling a lady that called me before I got on this call. She said, you don't have transportation? I said, no, sweetheart, but we do have room in the infant room. Do you want to register your kid today? She said, but I don't have no transportation. I said, well, let's call around some places and see who got transportation that can drop your little one off here. Now, we also do have the December special going on for $3.99. The whole time, she's called for transportation, but I'm trying to enroll that baby. I had to change my mindset. I had to let go of the garbage that was playing in my head that people can't afford me. I got to lower my standards. Tamika, people can afford you. You ain't got to lower your standards. You ain't got to cap nobody's pockets.
Right.
They gotta understand, hey, I'm here on a mission. I ain't here to take your money. Because God's gonna bless me with plenty. Not only that, when you say about your mindset, you said something about, hey, somebody, sorry, y'all, I'm looking at my parking lot. Somebody flying through the parking lot. And I'm only coming through this book because I've been reading. You said something else. It said on part 3, and this is we call her Mother Cheryl, by the way. It said create a life of abundance, and that's what you creating. You creating a life of abundance. Even if you keep your home daycare and go get you a center, guess what you doing? You still create another stream of income.
Right.
You have also, she also has the say the name of it in creative
curriculum and crafts.
Creative curriculum and crafts. So she also have that stream of income, which is abundance. She also surround herself with abundance and mindset people, like-minded people. And I only say that to encourage you as well. Anytime you start feeling doubtful, anytime you start feeling like, man, Sean, this ain't even it. You know what? I thought I wanted that center, but it seemed like they come with more problems than anything. And Miss Lakeisha said her products are awesome.
Thank you.
We gotta make sure we put her link in here as well for her products as well. So you, anytime you start feeling doubtful or feeling, man, because 2022 is your year, boo. That's your year. What you just said is you been feeling like expansion. Miss Kathy said, yes, they are. Woo! Yeah. But that's your expansion year. And the way you elaborate that is the growth from what you came from January up to now. And it sounds like to me, and the other audience can agree, sound like to me you did a hell of a change.
I feel like I did. It wasn't easy. It was very hard because I had to take myself out of. I had to actually take my feelings out of it and go for exactly what I needed to do. And even though I'm like, okay, I'm saying I done put 10 years into this, and it's just like, I was like, it's unfair, and it's unfair for me to have to uproot myself and do all of this because, and I was doubting, giving excuses of why I got to do this and why I shouldn't have to do this because, you know, I got more to lose. It's my daycare and I got to do all of this. And God was like, just do what I told you to do. I'll take care of you. Just do what I told you to do. And when I actually implemented everything he told me to do, it was just like, it happened within days. It was just like the changes was just coming one after another within days. It was like, why have I been waiting all this time when it just happened so fast? All I did was did what God told me to do. And when I did that, it just was like, I knew that, and I had people to confirm in my life that everything God had for you, you're not going to receive it until you break ties with this relationship. And I knew that I could not receive everything he had for me because he didn't want the other person to reap the benefits. So when I broke ties completely from the relationship and everything with the relationship to no communication, everything, the blessings just start flowing, like overflow. Like I was just like, oh my God, like you've been had all this for me. And
the car, the house,
it was like everything. I was like, okay, I was like, okay, God, I see you. I got you now. I'm gonna be obedient and I'm gonna listen because it was just like everything was just like amazing. Like it just started happening like within days. I got approved for the other place. Then I'm like, I got a whole craft room now, which I'm sitting in right now where I can actually do all my crafts. And it was just like, okay, I've been waiting all this time, wasting all this time, but it was in due time. And I had to get my mindset right because my mindset was not right all the years back when he was telling me to do it. My mindset wasn't there, and I wasn't going to do it because I was not in my right mind to do it. And I just felt like, okay, as soon as I said, okay, I'm going to commit to whatever he's telling me I need to do, that's when the changes came, and all the stuff that he has for me has just been coming out the woodworks. Just opportunities, people just, I mean, my phone been ringing off the hook, my daycare phone, people have been referring me. I got so many referrals from other parents, and it's just like the waiting list, and it just goes on, and then people are hearing about me, and I'm just like, how did you hear about me? Oh, right from the start. Oh, I heard about you from the website. And I'm like, okay, it's just been, that's why I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna expand, because you're sending all these people to me and they're coming to me through you, and I know these are the people that you have for me, so I can't do nothing but listen and expand.
I mean, I mean, if I'm up here looking at the comments, Miss Kathy, I ain't post them all over there because I wanted your link. Miss Lakeisha, she was faster than me trying to post your link up there. So we got your link, and what our time is not God timing. That was what I was just saying in my head. I was like, right, when we want to move again, like I said, my grandmama said, you'll hear him tell you to move. You'll hear him tell you it's go time. You know, people don't understand literally how you just wake up one day with an idea and you like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's beside what? Not me. But when you got out of your own way, look at what God done for you. I remember when you said, girl, I got approved for the house. I said, you got what? And we was talking about it. You was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna get approved for it, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Then you get the truck the same week or the next week?
Yeah, I got my truck. I went in there, and I had been to the dealership before, the same one, and before it wasn't my time. And when I went, I was just like, I told them, I said, here's the thing, don't waste my time. I said, y'all sent me this pre-approved in the mail saying I'm pre-approved. Don't waste my time. I'm not going to sit up here all day and then y'all tell me no. I said, so I need to know before I go through all of this. He said, you got the pre-approval, you're pre-approved. He was like, pick out what you want. And I said, okay. I said, oh, and I'm gonna tell you this too, I'm not putting no money down either. I said, so if I'm pre-approved, I'm not putting any money down. So we're gonna go with that. If not, then I'm walking out of here. And the man was like, okay. And so he did whatever he did, and he was like, okay, which one you want or whatever. And then he said, you don't have to put no money down. And I said, I don't have to put no money down, and I'm getting a brand new car with no 5 miles on it, the paper's still on it. I was like, I've never had a brand new car in my life. So all of that started coming. The car moved, everything just started flowing. My income increased tremendously, not even with the not even with the COVID stuff, the grants and stuff, just my regular daycare income. With the parents, I'm 24 hours, so the kids, I have overflow of kids, running 3 shifts. My daughter works for me, my mom works for me. So
it's a family hustle, y'all.
It's a family hustle, and it just was. I had no intentions of not. I didn't. My daughter came to me, so I didn't think she wanted to work for me, but she came to me and was like, "Mom, can I work for you?" And I was like, and she's doing a wonderful job. I didn't even know she had it in her, but she's been around childcare for 15 years, so she got the experience because she's been around it. And then my mom actually worked for me before a few years ago, and she came back and was like, I just need something to do part-time. And I was like, okay, you want to help me with the craft business? She said, I'll help you with the craft business and the daycare. I was like, oh, okay. So she helps me with both of them. She helps me with the craft business. The craft business, I'm gonna be
Look,
doing.
I'm gonna have to have you talk to my mama. The most she do, girl, she be over here making these boxes. She'll fold these boxes, baby. But trying to get her on the cricket machine, that's a whole different story. You want me to do what?
My mom actually packaged stuff. She helps me. She does everything when it
I'm
comes to.
like,
She
Mama, I
helps
will
me with
pay
the
you to do
crafts.
this and that. Girl, you ain't gotta pay me. Just give me the boxes. So I just take her the boxes and she put them together for me. But other than that, I get her to do some more stuff. I'm pretty sure if I ask her or show her, she'll do it. But
And the thing with
I
the
am
crafts,
excited.
I wasn't even trying to be honest with you. I wanted to tell the story about the craft business. I was not even making this a business. Like literally, I enjoy doing crafts. This is something that I enjoy doing with the kids. I've always been like that. I've always been crafty. So all my life. So I just was like, one day I had joined, this is exactly how it happened. I had joined a group, a Facebook group, and I had posted on there the lesson plans I was using, which was the lesson plans from, I can't even remember the lesson plans I was using, but I color coded them. So it made it easier, just the same way the ones that I sell. So I had color coded them and I was just like, okay, I do this part from 8 to 9. I do this part and then everybody was asking me, can I show them how to do it? And so the lady, yeah, she's still a provider. She still has a group on there. She got upset about it and she thought, she was like, you're not supposed to be using somebody else's curriculum to. I said, I'm telling them where to go purchase it at. I'm telling them to purchase the curriculum and then I will show them how to color code it. I'm actually increasing her sales. So okay, I
She
said
was
okay.
just a hater.
It's okay. I said it's okay. So she kicked me out the group. She literally kicked
Oh,
me out the group. So I said, okay, I'll start my own group. Forget it. I'll just start my own group. So I started Creative Curriculum and Crafts 3 years ago. I started a group, and by the end of the day, that one day, I had almost 300 people join the group in that one day.
I remember
And
you telling
so
me that. I remember.
from
I was
that
like, I
day
bet she do.
forward,
I only
I
had 20 people
now
join the
have
first day.
now I got 20, like all 2,800 members in the group. So
Wow. Let
it
me
was
see.
never supposed to have been a business. I didn't start it. I did the circle time board. I posted on my page. Everybody started wanting to order them. And I was just like, okay, I'll just make them. And I'm just like, I'm actually making these boards for other people. And then I started making them and I started getting more into it. And I've created now, I like my last count was like 180. I think I've done in 3 years. I've made
Yeah,
180 boards. So yeah, it was never supposed to be a business, but I guess God said otherwise. So here it
hey,
is.
I always say don't do it. When somebody push you out, they making you room to expand for more, for greater. Greater is coming. And that's what I was looking up because I remember reading something. I do my late night Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
And in Isaiah 54 verses 2 and 3, to enlarge the place of your tent and stretch your tent curtains wise, do not hold back. Lengthen your cords, strengthen your stakes, for you will spread out to the right and to the left. So when you listen to that, you got to understand you're going to be spreading out from the left to the right. So you're getting ready to increase more overflow. So even inside this new center that you're finna get ready and go to in 2022, you get
Mm-hmm.
ready to increase. God wants to see your life move forward. God has plans to bless you in all areas of your life. Maybe you have faced a setback. Nothing much has changed for you. God is reminding us that it is going to reveal us and bring us again to place of power and prosperity. I want to announce that a shift is taking place. If ain't nobody felt that, I felt that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a shift because it's just like everything is just changing at one time. And it's just like, okay, like I said, I'm still doing keto. It's a lot easier now. I've joined another group, which I got the eating part So now I'm actually doing the exercise part. I've incorporated that with the keto. The exercise part I said I had to find something that's going to work with my schedule and that's going to work for me. So me going to the gym is not going to work. And to be honest, I have all the stuff I need for gym inside my daycare in the garage. I just don't motivate myself to go out there and get on the treadmill or the bike. I just don't do it. But at the same time, this online fitness group, it's a bunch of women. All of us there have the same purpose in mind. And I like it because the lady that actually does the group, she's very encouraging and she's very spiritual. And she give us encouragement and words from God. We actually have another lady that's in the group that is a wellness coach, and on Tuesdays she do the 30-minute wellness with us and talks to us about different things. How PTSD is not just from the military. It's from past trauma or whatever. So she talked to us about that on Tuesdays, and we work out 5 days a week for 30 minutes. And with just doing those 30 minutes, it don't even feel like exercise to me. It feel like I'm just dancing and having fun. And I'm seeing results from that. So I had to incorporate the exercise part along with the eating part. And I said, I can't do nothing but lose weight because I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. But it's all about the mindset. Because if I didn't have the mindset to do it, it would have never happened. None of this would have never happened. I would still be in my same situation I was a year ago, and I would be miserable, and I would still be the toxic Tamika because I was toxic, because I was in a toxic relationship. So I thank God for giving me a change of mindset because I know it was not me. It was all him.
And that's it right there. All him. He gave you that push to understand. One thing I was gonna say before we get ready to end, you said something about the creative craft room. I remember, you never know, like you don't know these groups, these Facebook groups. We don't see people behind Facebook all the time, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was coming up with the Educational Learning Express, and I said, nah, everybody doing this, everybody trying to do this. First, wasn't nobody promoting themselves as hard as I was trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lady, I forgot, she's still on Facebook. I forgot the name of the group. And I was part of that group. And she was like, well, what does your product have? And this, and that. I said, and me and Tamika got the same similar story. I really started this for my community. We lost our educational store due to the pandemic. My favorite store. And the lady spoke into my life. She called me these people knew me, my first, last name. They knew my credit card information. I lost my debit card one day, and they knew my credit card number better than I did. Shoot, that's how bad I used to be in this store all day long. And she called me when they was getting ready to just close, and she asked me, did I want anything for the daycare center? She was like, I'm giving away a lot of this stuff. You come on down here and get it. I was like, you sure? At that moment, I had a messed up mindset. I want to say another word, but I had a messed up mindset because we was going through the pandemic. My staff was acting crazy on me. I didn't have the answers for my parents of what was going on, how everything was going on, and I was dealing with the IRS at the same time. So you putting piles on top of piles on top of piles. I get into the school box. That's what it's called. What's called down here. And the lady, she just had this smile on her face, and me, I was mad. I was upset. I was on the phone even when I got there. I was on the phone with the Department of Human Services, the state, for my payments because they messed up on my payments. And I was sitting there, and she was like, "Everything okay?" I was like, "Okay." Oh, you should receive your. They take the same spiel. You should receive your check within 7 business days. Da, da, da. And I'm like, dude, I got to make payroll today, not tomorrow. So I was like, I'm gonna be all right. Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Hung up the phone. She came over there, gave me a hug, and she was like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, LaShawn." I was like, "Oh, okay." Because you in your head, you like, man, you don't know what I'm going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, She took me to this back room and we sitting there and we talking and she said, "Oh, this is yours." She had this tank, and I don't know if anybody ever been to a school box.
Yeah, that's where I go to get a lot of my stuff here.
They got this. Here they had this big back room where they used to have a clearance room. That was my favorite room.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I can eat up a clearance room in a heartbeat. So I used to run out there with 3 bucketfuls. I went back there. I was like, "Miss Patty, why you got me back here?" And she said, come on." So I come in there. They already had my buggies, had my bags already packed. And I'm still getting emotional from this story because I walked in there with a messed up mindset. I walked in there as a young girl that had an attitude. I was mad about everything because everything wasn't going my way. When I walked back there, she said, "This is yours." She said, "I'm going to tell you this." She said, "I don't know if you believe in God or not because we never discussed our beliefs or whatever." She said, "But I had God told me that all this belonged to you." I said, "He told you this belonged to me, or you give me? Are you stealing this property?" That's yeah, y'all know I'm crazy, but we talking or whatever. And she said, "One day you're gonna open up your own store, your educational store." And she said, "I'd be so glad. I'd be so glad because you literally deserve it." And I'm looking at her like, "Girl, look, I got more problems than anybody. I got 99. I'm over 99 problems. I got about 1,000 right now. And you talking about opening up an educational store." And she said, "It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you." As they load in my car, literally, I had this Jeep Renegade, this small, y'all see my little small car. They loading all this stuff. I had tables, chairs. My staff will tell you, I did 3 carloads going back and forth, picking up all this stuff. When I opened up the Education Learning Express, I moved half of that stuff out of my shed into this store. As me and my husband and my kids were setting this store up, I got very emotional. Because I remember the conversation God had with Miss Patty to have with me. But if I didn't change my mindset, I wouldn't be this far. Right. It's good days, it's bad days, it's days where you might have a sale, you might not have a sale, you might get kicked out of a group, you might get kicked in a group, but God opened doors for me and for you. Don't ever look at a situation when somebody removing you from somewhere, God's getting ready to open up a door better for you. And it's 10 times better than where you was at.
That's right.
I had to remind myself that of friends, past relationships. Some people are not meant to be attached to me anymore. That relationship is gone. We loved you. Goodbye. I still speak. I still say hey, but I carry on and I carry my head high because at first I used to do this. Oh, they go so and so. I was ducking and dodging. But when them people speaking to your life, because a lot of people like, girl, be careful when people talking to you. They speaking over your life like that. I listened to it, but then I started seeing it. When I actually seen the story, Miss Tamika came down here for my grand opening, Miss Lakeisha and them, they came down here. I was an emotional wreck that day before because I literally, when it happens, that's what I'm trying to tell Miss Tamika. When that center actually, when you in that baby and you see it, you like this really me. You start becoming speechless. Like you can't believe, like you walk in the room, it's no one there but you and God, and you like, this really me? I come over here sometimes and be like, Lord, you really outdone yourself. It's a mission, it's a purpose. And when we get distracted, because a lot of us is going to get distracted in this month of December because we worried about Christmas gifts and this and that, and who gonna get this and why so and so didn't buy me this and this and that. But we be taking our mind focus off of the goals you done set for yourself to finish strong. What is some things that you're doing to finish strong to go into 2022 knowing, hey, I'm gonna roll and ain't nobody finna stop me. I'm all the way up. You on a Miss Tamika, you on such a high right now that it's literally can't nobody break you down. They're gonna try. They're gonna try so hard. And you just gonna smile and nod and be like, girl, okay.
And that's has a lot to do with the reason why I don't really post a lot on my personal page. Because of that, because I know there's people out there that's wishing for my downfall, and it could be some people that I associate with that's my friends. I've learned that, and it came with the changing of my mindset and the growth. Because back last year, you couldn't tell me nothing about nobody. Everybody was my friend. Nobody was out looking at my downfall. Everybody wanted to see me succeed. That was my mindset, because I'm just like, okay, enemies, like, I'm a good person. I don't think nobody that, want to see no harm to me, or nobody, everybody want to see me succeed. But I had to learn everybody is not for me. And when I changed my mindset, God just started allowing them to drop off of me. He was just like, okay, this person ain't for you. Somehow they get removed from my life. I don't even question it. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess God removed them. Because, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have done on my own will. I wouldn't be able to do it, because I see the good in everybody. So
Ooh,
I'm
that's
just
daycare providers.
right, and I'm just that type of person. Like, okay, she did this, but overall, she a good person. I see the good in everybody. So, and that person could mean me no good, and I'll be like, okay, but maybe she's just going through something right now. So God is allowed to see through them, more than I can see through them. So He just removed them out my life, and I don't question it. I used to be like, well, why this person don't call me no more? Why I don't see this person no more? And now I know why. Because God removed them away from me, because He know they was not good for me. And He just changed the groups that He associate me with now. People that's like-minded like me, versus just saying, okay, this my friend, just to say I have a friend. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a change of mindset, and with my change of mindset, I just start growing and getting to know myself. I always used to put everybody before me, my kids, my relationship, everything came before Tamika, and I knew that once I changed my mindset, that had to change. Like, I knew I had to change that. So at this point, I'm first. I'm first, including my
Yes.
kids. My kids know, okay, they're all of age where they're independent. So they don't need mommy like that anymore. So I'm there when they need me, but at the same time, um, I'm gonna be gone this weekend. I'm going out of town.
Dookie.
Yeah. Y'all got groceries? There's groceries in there. All right. I'll see you when I see you. Cause
Oh my! I can't wait to come down there with you. I can't wait to come down there with you and my friend LaShawn, my other LaShawn. Put us
yep,
together in the room. It be chaos, you guys. Don't put us together in the room. It's
y'all
crazy.
two a mess.
We have a ball. And I would think she was born in the same month as me, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We literally are
I
two.
said,
We have
Lord Jesus, you done gave me two LaShawns.
right. That's what she said. She said, "Oh my God, Jesus, not two LaShawns, and they both act crazy." Lord, I was like, but we had a ball in Las Vegas. We had so much fun, despite some ugly things that had happened. I mean, I did.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about myself, and I
Hmm.
also learned a lot about people's characters.
Right.
You learn a lot about people, and that's why I tell people always invest in yourself, to go to conferences, go into different rooms that you really. I didn't see myself to be at an event like that. Thank God for a friend like I had to invite me, and
Hmm.
I backed out at the last minute. I was saying, no, I ain't going. I'm just like, if I'm gonna go to Vegas, I'm gonna go with my husband. I ain't finna just go
Hmm.
down there. But I was like, nah, this is a networking event for me. I changed my mindset and said, let me go network the Education Learning Express.
Hmm.
So it was a blessing that we both got to be in that room. And when we go to next year, guess what? We finna blow it up, baby. They
Hmm.
don't understand. We coming with cars, we coming with product, baby. They better hope we ain't got 4 suitcases on the plane. So
The next one, I think she sent me an email. The next
she
one is in
sent me one.
Tennessee. Ain't it
She sent me
Tennessee?
one, but I didn't see Tennessee.
I think it's Tennessee. Yeah, I think I got an email yesterday. I think they said Tennessee.
Girl, I have to look back at it again. I get so many emails from the Learning Express part thing, you know. But I wanted before we wrap it up, Miss Tamika, I wanted to go over your goals that you had shared with us in the vision that God has shown you for 2022, which is expansion. I see that on the top of a poster, expansion. So just highlight it real big, and you have everything set out for your daycare center, your 24-hour daycare center, and for you're going to take in special needs. You're going to have it to where you have an after school program. Every teacher is going to be able to learn and educate the kids with the curriculum that you provide. And this year, you have learned that it was time for you to shift your mindset. And God has blown your mind through it all, like through everything from health to better wealth to where you can understand what is your purpose in life. So it's been an honor to even listen to you, to talk to you, to have you on this podcast. I can't wait to have LaShawn on the podcast. I know me and her both together on the podcast. Lord Jesus, y'all better tune in. But it's a mess because she's getting ready to come out with her fabulous book. I've been checking on her to see how that book is going on. She said, "Leave me alone." You know, leave me alone. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But y'all know one thing about me, I am also a motivator. I'm inspirational. I want to make sure that you know your own potential and that you can level up in any season. God can do a turnaround within 48 hours. I have seen it. I'm a walking miracle. Trust and believe.
Yes,
I try to tell people you don't understand. I got a deep story than what you read inside this book. I have a deeper story. And God changed me around in 48 hours. He made this young girl understand, hey, I put you on this earth for a reason. He put Miss Tamika in my life for a reason. A lot of people want to destroy the relationship that others have attached. But when God put somebody there for a reason, you can't move it apart.
that's right.
Um, and I also want to thank her for coming out with creative curriculum and crafts. Tiny Tiger Education Station will be a part
Oh,
of.
that's the new name. I
Yeah.
like that. That is awesome. I really like that name. I like that one better than the other one.
I was like, look, me, Miss Kathy, and Lakeisha, I've been trying to say it more than the Education Learning Express, but I'm going live today in our Facebook group later on tonight when I'm at home, and I'm gonna talk more about the changes that's about to transpire inside the group.
And
And
then it's tied to your daycare name.
daycare, yes. And that was something God had told me to do a long time ago. But you know, you be stubborn and be like, no, I don't want to find anything. No, we're going here. Because everybody know I'm tiny, but I'm mighty. And when you think of mighty, you think of tigers, baby. We coming and we rolling, we live. So I can't wait to partner with the creative curriculum crafts. So this won't be the first. This won't be the last time you hear from me and Tamika. Join us on her page as well, because we're going to be doing some lives on the creative curriculums and craft page where we're doing some things together to help their community and communities that are surrounded by us. See, God got a lot of things that's in store for you, Miss Tamika. So you just got to be patient a little bit while longer, because God's going to open up a lot of doors. You see 2,800 new customers coming through that door.
Patience and obedience.
Yes. Say that again. Patience and obedience. Because I just got some news this morning. I said, God, I ain't rushing it, but I just want to know what are they doing. And God said, look to your left. I looked to my left and I said, on my birthday, they breaking ground on my birthday.
Yay.
I'm like, yes, Lord. So I am thankful, Miss Tamika. I know me and you both got to get ready to go do some work. So you guys, if you haven't had the chance to go to her Facebook page, it's listed on here as well. And if you catching a replay, we thank you so very much. I always leave your name, where you're coming from. I always reach out to anybody that's on the podcast that you need more advice about. She's a curriculum specialist, just as like everybody else, but hers is a little bit different, you guys. So I cannot wait till we get on the creative curriculum and crafts page to talk about your curriculum as well. And so that way we can bring more audience to your page too. So you guys, you already know, I'm going to tell you this because I don't know if nobody else told you today. You are a successful business owner and you will conquer this vision that God has for you. Don't worry about the doubters. Don't worry about the naysayers. Tell them bye-bye. Dismiss them today. Cut the ties today. And if you didn't learn anything from Miss Tamika this today, one thing I have learned is you gotta shift in this next season. You gotta change your mindset, and not only that, you gotta get healthier in this season to understand that weight gotta come off.
In more ways than one. It ain't have to just be physical weight. It can be
Come
dead
on,
weight. It
the
can be
weight
some.
gotta
It can be people. It could be just daily everything in your life. If it's something that's weighing you down, you have to let it go. Because if you don't, that's a part of changing your mindset.
You heard it from her. She said you gotta let it go. So today you gotta let it go. Get ready to change. This is December the 1st. We got Miss Tamika in the building. She is telling you today is the day you change your mindset. Today is the day that you let go of the things that is holding you back. Don't look at your potential. Look at your potential of what you can do in your business, what you can do in your life. Even if you work in a 9 to 5 and supporting somebody else's business, look inside that business, see what else you can do for them to make them a stronger company. All right, you guys. Mr. Mickey, you got any last words before we wrap up?
No, I think I've said everything I need to say. Just all I said. The last thing I say is, whatever's holding you down, make today the day that you let it go.
And don't forget, invest in a coach, you guys. You got to invest. So,
That's right.
with that being said,
Invest in somebody that's gonna actually push you in the right direction and help you to level up.
and with that being said, at the end of the day, I do have our Stripe account on there. Apparently, it's saying it's waiting a minute, but if you need to join the mastermind class for the month of December, it's $97 to join. But I'm telling you, Miss Kathy, Miss Tamika, everybody that's on this Facebook Live and others have joined my one-on-one sessions and everything else. They'll tell you, baby, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to be left behind because we're going somewhere this season. All right, you guys, y'all stay blessed and thank you again, Miss Tamika. See you soon.
You're welcome. See you soon.